So the living soul for December, the soul archetype that begins to take governance and begins to exercise its level of influence more than the other archetypes is what we call the soul promoter. The soul promoter, as some of you are kind of in tune and aligned with the energetic feel when the months transition and things like that. One thing you're going to notice about when we transition to December is that it was real delicate, right? Almost to the point you didn't know that we crossed over into December. It's an energy that doesn't cause a lot of disruption. It's not boisterous or anything like that, but yet this energy centers also, it feeds around off the ego from a very healthy space. So this month is really about us. You might find yourself really reflecting on some accomplishments, some achievements, or things you really want to do. That's all in line with the soul promoter, is to understand, because see, you understand the importance of your own accomplishments, moves you to see that in others. That's why it's the promoter. So it has a very unique skill of tapping into the ego importance of the validation that it needs and the importance that it needs, into how to bring it out and promote it into other people. So you might find yourself being very mindful, getting to a, obviously people get into a very giving, or the idea of giving and things like that. Well, that's in line with the soul promoter. Also, soul promoter is very purposeful. So if you really don't know your purpose, or you're questioning about your purpose, this is a very great time to maybe to begin to inquire and to begin to get still. And the stillness is very inviting for this month, because it's an androgynous energy behind it. It's actually an androgynous submissive energy. So there's an aspect to really get very selfless, very get still. It's not hard to get quiet. It's not hard to get calm. It's not hard to draw from the balance and the peace that comes from androgynous energy itself. So you might find yourself tempering down, becoming more reflective, thinking about contributions you can make to others. You start really thinking about, loved ones, people that you're close. You start trying to implement plans to how maybe you can benefit more people than just yourself. Because again, it's an androgynous submissive. It's not a self-centered soul archetype, but yet it has a self-centeredness behind it. But it finds fulfillment in its ego to bring fulfillment to others. Okay, and it's very, very healthy. This soul promoter will encourage you to leverage talents. Like, in other words, you start bringing talent together to help create great outcomes for people without you even expecting anything. So this month is really about challenging ourselves to do things for other people without expecting anything in return. It's really bringing us into that selfless space and tap into the power of the selfless energy that really comes from when we begin to practice and operate and channel from the soul promoter. The soul promoter is also great at validating other people, edifying people, building people. So this energy, when you get around it, you feel very welcome. That's why it doesn't feel, it doesn't create a jarring effect for most people. A lot of people draw to the 3, right? And that's the December, and the soul promoter operates under the 3. There's this level of draw, there's this connection that it has, because there's a level of mindfulness of others' egos that they need to feel appreciated, and uniquely the 3, or the soul promoter, is able to do that in a very, very, very unique way, where everyone kind of, you get around the soul promoter energy, or anyone that has a 3 inside the living soul chart, people feel very welcome and people feel very edified. So these individuals, or this energy, also kind of gives you this platform per se where you can spring off of. So if you have like these abilities, but it seems like you're being overlooked, you might draw to a 3. You might draw to a soul promoter, and all of a sudden they promote you without you being in debt to them. That's the unique thing about it, is these type of energies, these type of people that operate under the 3 or soul promoter in a very healthy space, not the shadow side of it. You can really get in a midst, and they will promote you without you being in debt to them. Now, there is an ego part in there. A healthy part is, don't take advantage of them because they feel that they're not being validated on what they really done, even though they're not being moved by that. But like everyone, there's a level of appreciation that occurs. So there's a part there's a sensitive side in the soul promoter where there is a sense of, some appreciation. That's basically the payment that they might feel that they just need. They're not even expecting anything from it, but don't act like they didn't really help you or empower you and uplift you and shift you into another space in your life. So this month is a lot of that type of energy, very light. It's not pressing or anything like that, and it's really positioned us for, the next 3 months of what's going to happen as that's coming forward. So this is a very interesting month. So it's almost like start planning your ideas now to get ready for when the quote unquote springtime comes. Some good things spring forth because of what you put in the seeds and what you're willing to promote next year. So it's a very forward-thinking, intentional type of motivation that's associated with this now. So this is a very great time. You want some things you want to bring in. You want to bring some newness. This is the time to really, figuratively speaking, to put that seed in the ground so it can start to go through its process to, so it can sprout up at the right time next year for you. So you can promote it. So that way it can promote you as well. So that's what's up. So in the month of December, it's influenced by the soul promoter.